Hello, I'm Dennis Blackhawk. I never did this before, but I'd like to get a couple things off my chest. The first thing is, if you're thinking of moving to Arkansas, I don't think that's a good idea. Uh, First of all, there's nothing to do here. I moved here 20 years ago. I'm from the Pocono Mountains of Pennsylvania, and I loved it up there, but I had to leave because I have two black bears that I got while I was a police officer in Pennsylvania. Wanted to prove they were better than me. But anyway, I took them to federal court. Didn't cost me a dime, and I won that. And then they appealed it. Two attorneys. One of them's a professor of law at Penn State. Asked if they could help me for nothing. I allowed them to do it. If you want to read that case, it's Blackhawk versus Pennsylvania. Anyway, that's not what I'm talking to you about. Arkansas used to be a good place when I moved here. Not anymore. um, First of all, we got a new governor, Sarah Sanders. She's a MAGA Republican. Uh, I'll talk about that some other time. But anyway, one example is she said, the meddling hand of big government creeping down from Washington, D.C. is going to be stopped cold at the Mississippi River. But they took loads of money from the COVID unemployment, loads of money from Biden's infrastructure plan. Now they have a large, how much do they have? They have about $2 billion over in the Treasury. Now, they stopped people's unemployment when COVID was going on and stuck that money in the Treasury. That's not right. These are people that worked and couldn't work because of COVID. Excuse me. Then there was the infrastructure money that Biden secured, was sent to every state. You don't see any construction going on here. There's something wrong with that. Instead, they just took, for example, 34 million out of the Treasury to switch to some kind of LEARNS program that Governor Sanders likes, and people are protesting it. They don't even like it. It's a beautiful state, don't get me wrong. The property taxes are low. The sales taxes are real high. I don't agree with charging sales tax on clothing and food. They're necessities. Pennsylvania doesn't do that. Or they didn't used to. Maybe they do now. And then when the tornadoes came this spring, 2023, the federal government told Arkansas, we'll pay 75% of your recovery. Uh, and Governor Sanders, who doesn't want anything from the federal government, uh, she bitched about that and she said she wanted 100%. So much for the big hand of federal government coming down here. There's another thing, workers' compensation. Arkansas has Walmart, the richest company in the world, Pico Chicken, Tyson Chicken. When they made the workers' compensation law, they made it so if you're hurt at work, you can get a settlement. But get this, the judge cannot award you for pain and suffering. That's right there in the law. That's ridiculous. Who doesn't get hurt and not have pain? Things are backwards in the state. So most of the stereotypes you've heard, they're true. Don't get me wrong, most of the people are okay, but the state's loaded with MAGA Republicans. Uh, with all that money, they could at least give poor people. This is the fourth poorest state out of 50 in this country. That's not right. That's why the state has a bad name. There's no tax rebates. No. Why don't they eliminate one of the taxes, or at least lower sales tax and don't tax food and clothing? Like I said, they're necessities. Everybody needs them. Or even necessities like toilet paper. Who doesn't use toilet paper? It's absolutely ridiculous. So they take all this money. Governor Sanders and her cronies. She has a Facebook webpage. All you see on there is pictures of her family all over the place. And in between that is all the places she goes to in the state, claiming uh, like she had something to do with all these firefighters and everything else. She had nothing to do with it. That's how she spreads her name around. It's just not right. Anyway, we want to get out of here. My wife and I want to get out of here, but I have black bears that are 29 years old. They're supposed to only live between 25 and 30, but I take care of them well. And I'd like to move back up to West Virginia or Wisconsin or something like that. But you know what? Believe it or not, our property is absolutely beautiful. Nobody can build around it. We're out in the middle of a wildlife area. Well, not in the middle, right on the edge. And nobody even wants to trade. Nobody wants to live in Arkansas. It's just uh, one big MAGA state, all red. Yeah, there's a lot of blue people here, Democrats. They're good people. A lot of good Republicans, too. You know what? As a matter of fact, I used to be a Republican way back when in my 30s. I'm in my 60s now. I used to listen to Rush Limbaugh and all them other guys. But then 4 years ago, or was it 6, someone else took the presidency, and ever since that, there's hate. No matter where you look, there's hate. Before that, yeah, there were arguments, but nothing like it is now. There shouldn't even be parties. Anyway, like I said, I'm a little nervous. This first time I did this, but maybe I'll get used to it a little bit more. I'm a real big misanthrope, but maybe I can get over it. So listen, you have a good day. Treat everybody nice. If they have an opinion, respect it. You might not like what I have to say, but I respect that. So have a good day. Be nice. And don't worry, no matter what's going to happen, you'll get through it. All right. Thank you for watching.